Greetings everyone. Welcome to your first class in our training pipeline. Keep in mind that these classes will be distributed on a bi-weekly or sometimes a weekly basis. Remember, they are for your eyes only. Also, keep in mind that you need to spend time in the dojo practicing these skills with a partner. By now, you've been given the location of our secret training facility to the west of Washington, D.C. The dojo is staffed with competent instructors as well as other recruits. But it is up to you to take advantage of these resources. If you want to work as one of our agents in the field, you're going to have to learn to protect yourself and those around you. Otherwise, you will be a dangerous liability to us and to anyone you work with out there. Spectre routinely sends assassins after our agents. Also, keep in mind that most of the environments you'll be working in will be non-permissive. You won't be able to carry a firearm. Therefore, we are starting your empty-handed self-defense training immediately. The first technique we want you to begin practicing is an empty-handed defense against a thrusting-edged weapon attack. We call this technique the Brachial strike. See it performed here in the 2006 movie Miami Vice. Our learning methodology is crawl, walk, run. So start practicing in a very simple and easy way by stepping back as your partner thrusts a training knife toward you. Warning, do not attempt to do this with a real knife. Next, put your hands down to grab the attacker's arm. Arch your back away from the knife as you move backward. Consistent practice is important to build timing, speed, and hand strength. You likely won't be able to do this against a full-speed thrust in the beginning. But you can build up your ability to do it if you practice. Practice putting one hand higher on the arm. The attacker's upper arm isn't moving as fast as the lower arm. Don't worry about which hand is on top. Now, the preferred direction of movement when a knife is being thrusted toward you is to the side. This way, if your hands slip off the arm, you will be out of the way of the deadly knife. Grasp the attacker's arm very tightly. Another option when attacked by a right-handed attacker is to move to the right like you see here. We call this moving to the inside of the attacker's arm. You may have to do this, but it's not preferred. If possible, we want to step to the left against a right-handed attacker's thrust. We refer to this as moving to the outside of the attacker's arm. Here's an example of moving to the inside again. But here is the preferred way, moving to the outside. From here it is easier to deliver counterattacks. Once you are timing the thrust and moving to the outside of the attacker's arm, take another shuffle step forward with your left foot and deliver a powerful forearm strike to the side of the attacker's neck as you can see here. Warning: do not deliver this strike with full power on your training partner. This is a very effective knockout strike. It can take 15 minutes or longer for a person to wake up after being knocked out with a brachial strike. Also, do not drop your training partner to the ground at this time. We can work on that later. In a real attack situation where this strike is delivered with full power, the attacker's feet will come off the ground. It's possible that the attacker's head will hit the ground very hard because the attacker is likely to already be unconscious before reaching the ground. Keep your hand open and your fingers loosely extended when you deliver this strike. If you clench your fist, your strike will be slower. Use the bone on the inside of your forearm to make contact. Here you can see a thrusting knife attack defense in the 2017 movie Atomic Blonde. Notice that the assassin thrusts the knife toward the operative, then attempts to pull it back. She gives the knife right back to him with deadly consequence. What you see here is a simpler and more realistic way to deal with an attacker attempting to pull the knife back. As you feel the attacker pull the knife back, quickly redirect and slam the attacker's arm right back into his or her stomach like you can see here. Then follow it up with the same brachial strike that you have been practicing already. These are your first 2 knife defense techniques. They are the simplest ways to deal with an aggressive thrusting knife attack, and a thrusting attack where the attacker attempts to pull the knife back. Keep in mind that even the simplest techniques require thousands of repetitions of practice. They must become a part of your subconscious. That way, they will happen instinctively even under the immense stress of a real attack. We will talk more about stress later. For now, practice these simple movements again and again and again. Master them. We will show you how to follow up when the attacker hits the ground later. We will also show you things like what to do when the attacker grabs you with his or her other hand. However, master these basics first. Good luck and Godspeed in your training. We desperately need you in the field.